I'm doing the intro, even though it should be the outro. I just finished. Anyway, we're at BC3 today in Nashville, Indiana. Just finished. Great course. Recommend you watch this. This is a very cool location. As you can see, they've been top 100 in the world in the last couple years. Actually, I think this year they're ranked 45 in the world. They're number one in Indiana. I was reading a sign, and we were talking to Chris up there in the country club. If you're not an everyday disc golfer and you just want to try it, you can actually rent disc out here, 3 disc sets, or yeah, there's different things you can do here. You can actually get lessons here and all kinds of stuff. So if you're new to disc golf and just watching this video by chance, you can always bring your kids and family out here and do something like that. But anyway, number one course in Indiana. I just played it. It was fantastic course. I'll just say that. So I hope you stick around and watch the content. So hole 1, par 3, 258 feet. Try throwing the rock. Man, I went way long. Oh, but I hung it way out. That might be all right. Oh, it's pretty good. We're off and running. All right, we'll start today with a birdie. Hole 2, par 3, 179 feet. We're gonna throw a PA5 on hyzer and try to get it to flip up in this pretty tight gap, really. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a standstill. We're down there. Probably got about 35 feet left downhill. Pretty good drop off behind the basket. Oh my gosh. We'll start out with 2 birdies. Hole 3, 192 feet. You can see it out there. Straight ahead, extremely low ceiling. So we're gonna try to throw the sky god up there and keep it low. We hit a tree. All right, we hit a tree. So now we're left here with 67 feet. I just ranged it. So we're gonna throw our first jump putt of the day. Oh, so close. Two birdies and a par. If you had told me I was starting with that, I would have been happy. Hole 4, par 3, 222 feet. You can go through the bushes over the wagon, or I'm gonna take my rock and go to the right side and try to come crashing in by the basket. Oh, I got lucky and I slid right beside the bush. My discs are soaked. All right, this is hole 5, par 3, 229 feet. I don't have much of a forehand, but this calls for a forehand. So we're gonna try to give it one. It's in there. It's a little bit to the left, but we got a putt. All right, probably about circle's edge. Yes, I need to quit putting with 2 putters in my hand. I need to go down to 1 so I can, just feels better. Here's an example of the signs you're going to see at every hole. Shows you A pin, B pin. It shows you the elevation change in feet for each hole, and it shows you, you know, nice. These are very nice maps. I very thankful for these. I played some courses that don't have these, and it makes it a lot harder, but this is really nice. All right, hole 6, reds, par 3. Only 244 feet, but it's kind of a turnover shot through this little valley here. Gosh, can't decide if I want to throw a turnover or just go straight at it and hope I fade a little bit right. I'm going up. We're going to go straight at it and just hope to sneak through there. I'm throwing a Valkyrie. We're not throwing it real hard though. That's good, but it's not back there far enough. We'll take it. Got a little bit of wind left to right. Still got to put this on a little bit of ante to get it there. We're taking a par. All right, hole 7, par 3. 187 feet. This one's uphill and through a pretty narrow gap, really. The rain's starting to come down. Luckily, we're in the woods. All right, let's see if we can flip this origin up in there. Oh, it didn't flip enough. All right, we're 15 feet from the basket. We'll get a birdie, but I wish it would have flipped up. Notice too much. All right, let's see if we can make that birdie I'm hoping for. Left to right. We're good. Let's see if we can make 2. Oh, I should have stopped at 1. That's all right. We got a birdie. Don't look at that last throw. That's horrible. Hole 8, par 3. This is only 222 feet, but this is a tough shot for me. It makes an immediate right turn into the woods, which means either I got to get a forehand down there in a very tight gap, or I got to throw a turnover, and I'm not throwing a turnover in that tight of a gap. So we're going to try a standstill forehand that could end in disaster. It ended in disaster. All right, I hit the first available and shot into the woods. Now we got to try to save this. And try to throw a pixel over there, close to the basket. Oh, I thought it was going in. Hit the pole. Just glad to save this par. Hole 9, par 3, 177 feet. I'm debating on a forehand or a turnover putter shot. Probably gonna throw both, but we're gonna go with forehand that I'm working on. Might as well start using it a little bit. Oh, skip in there. All right, I got a putt, but it's a long one. Let's try throwing the PA5. That would have been, honestly, the way that just rolled, the forehand was the better shot anyway. Got that dead tree there kind of in the way, so we're gonna have to maybe Anheuser a little bit. I'm not good enough to go right beside it. So let's see if we can Oh, too high. Wow, that's way too high. Over the basket. It's hole 10, par 3, 171 feet. The basket's on the other side of the corner of this pond. Quite a few trees around it. The owner said this is the basket that scares most people. We're gonna try throwing a sky god between those trees and the basket real low and see if we can sneak it up there for a birdie. Hopefully we don't lose another disc. We haven't lost one today, but we've been losing a lot lately. It's a little short, but I got a putt. All right, I got about 35 feet left. Oh yeah, I want to try to get out of that habit. That's not even fair. That should have went in. Gosh. This is a par, and I should have got a birdie. I'm sad now. The good old Indiana humidity is getting the best of me right now. It's only like 72 degrees outside, but hole 11, par 3, 208 feet. Aiming across the road there. Want to land a little bit to the left of the basket because there's a pond on the right. I'm going to throw the rock. That's pretty good. All right, hole 12, par 3, 238 feet. Just straight out there all by itself. Let's throw we're going to throw the rock. It's probably the one I have the most faith in. I'm probably going to throw it up over the grass and let it fade back towards the basket. That's right beside it. What is this, about 7 feet? I wish I could get 7-foot birdies all day long. All right. I already threw this hole once. We're going to throw it again. This is hole 13, 234 feet. When you look at it from here, you cannot tell that fairway opens up like it does down there. So I was throwing a shot that would be safe, and I want to go for the shot that this hole deserves. So I'm going to throw my rock, and I'm going to throw it way up in the air because I got way more room down there than I thought I did. This is our first time here, so this is my one mulligan. All right, here we go. Oh my gosh. Both of my throws left me about 30, 32 foot. I'm about edge of circle. I would have been edge of circle on the other one also, so it all worked out. Bugs. Another par. So close. All right, hole 15, par 4, 582 feet. It's the first time we've had to break out the driver today. So we're just going to shoot for the middle of the fairway. I think it's up on the left side, but we'll adjust our second shot. Come back. Come back. Oh my gosh, that's inbounds right on the edge. I'll take it. Make sure you try to watch it. That's cutting too soon. I've got two pretty ugly lines. I think I'm gonna change my mind and throw a PA5. I just want to get it down there so I can get this for par. Just float, float, float. All right, that's probably all right. All right. From where I took that third shot, I'm just happy to get a par because that was not an easy shot behind all those trees. All right, this is hole 15. I misspoke on the last hole. It was 14. This is a par 3, 276 feet. You can see it straight out there. Looks like if you go left, you're crashing down the hill. Looks pretty steep from here. So I'm gonna throw a T-bird out on a hyzer and try to get it to crash into the ground on the right side of the basket. Oh no, that's going left also. Holy cow. All right, we found my disc, came up way short. Now we gotta try to get through this tree and get close. Hey, that'll work. Par on hole number 15. I have no idea what my score is. Hole 16, 188 feet. We're back in the woods, obviously. Basket straight ahead. You just got some trees to maneuver through. I'm gonna try to flip up my origin and we're gonna try to throw it right down the middle. This could be ugly. We got a putt. It's a little bit left, but we're good. Definitely went a little bit long on this one. A little bit dangerous. It's all right. Oh, this isn't that hard of a hole, but I probably went at least 35 feet, maybe 40 feet long on it. So that made it a lot harder than it needed to be, but happy to get a par with this fairway. All right, hole 17, par 3, 215 feet. I'm just gonna throw my Sky God putter and try to hit that gap and get back in there. Well, it's not the gap I was trying to hit, but looks like it looks good. Skipped up in there and I fell down in this little valley, so make this a little trickier. All right, we'll take a birdie. Hole 18, par 4, 402 feet. It's around to the left. I'm just trying to hit the gap and get out there so we can worry about the second shot because there ain't much here. All right, we're out there somewhere. We're gonna need a hope and a prayer to get this even close. All right, I'll take it. All right. I'm glad this is a par 4 because I'm definitely gonna need them all. I get this close just so I can get a par. All right, that slid up under the basket. With all those trees and all that stuff in the way, I'm a par on this hole. Feels good for some reason. I'm happy to have a par. Hole 19, 145 feet. Go throw the invader. It's a nice straight shot, hopefully. Oh, I'm fading left. All right, we're gonna be putting uphill. Faded quite a bit on this one. All right. Take another par. All right, hole 20, par 4. It says 419 feet. So this first shot, just gonna try to go across the ravine and bite off 250 or 300. Kind of got a low ceiling, so I don't know how far we'll get out there. Just need to put on a little bit of hyzer so it goes left. Well, I got lucky, but it's good. I'm gonna throw a fairway because I don't have much room and I need to cover about 200 feet, it looks like. All right, this is gonna be ugly. I think I'm safe. I can't see the disc. I guess this isn't too bad from where I threw from, but I'm still outside circle. It's probably 37, 38 feet. Too low, way too low. I think the humidity's starting to get the best of me. Basket 20, we parred. Right, hole 21, 172 feet. I'm gonna do a standstill. I'm glad I brought another change of clothes. I'm gonna use the Sky God. See the basket right behind the tree. Oh, too. Oh man, I need to flatten that out a little bit, but I think I'm actually under the basket. Easy birdie. It's nice to get these every now and then after walking up and down some of the elevation the last 4 or 5 holes. Hole 22, 280 feet. It's uphill. I'm sure it plays more like 310. We're gonna throw the Insanity up there. I can't tell from here, but it looks like it's under the tree, so I don't even know if I can get to it or not. We're just gonna throw it as hard as we can at the tree branches and maybe play a game of Plinko. On the map, it shows it being under the tree, so let's see. That's going left anyway. All right, we're in bounds. About 40, 45 feet. Headwind. All right, got a par. Hole 23, 488 feet. I need to get down there as far as I can on the right side so that I can cross this pond on my second shot. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this out to the right. Let it crash back in on the left. All right, should be all right. I got 250 feet left. I'm pretty sure I could get a mid there, but I don't want to lose the mids I have with me. So I'm worried I might hit a tree branch and it's gonna roll back down into the water somewhere. So I'm gonna throw my Insanity, my heavy one, and just try crashing through the trees close to the basket. Oh my gosh, I almost made it. I landed 3 foot from the basket. Wow, that's a pretty good shot. I'm glad it hit the ground and stuck though, because it hit right by the basket. It could have easily skipped down the hill into the water, but we're taking, I don't know if that's a birdie or par. I don't know if that's a par 4 or par 3. We got it in 3, whatever. Last hole. Par 3, 312 feet, straight in front of us. All the pine trees are kind of hanging in my way. I'm gonna try to throw this insanity on a forehand. See if I can get any closer. Uh-oh. Yeah, we're probably pin high, but we're way to the left. That might be my longest forehand I've ever thrown. It says this basket's 312 and I'm almost pin high. So pretty happy with that because I normally don't throw forehand. This is probably 50 or 55 out. Oh, right around it. All right, we'll end the day with a par. As you can see, today we're at BC3 disc golf course in Nashville, Indiana. This is rated #1 in Indiana. This course has 24 holes on it. You can play red or blue. And we just finished it, as you can see. It's like June 7th. And it's not even hot out, but it's humid here in Indiana. Anyway, first let's just say the signage here is fantastic. You could play this without U-disc. There's little concrete, I don't know what you call them, placemats in the ground around the basket that points to your next basket. And if it's red, you go to shorts. If it's blue, you go to longs. And I think they were at every basket. I think we had no trouble finding anything. Yeah, there's trash cans at every basket. There's benches at most baskets. I mean, overall, as far as the amenities go, there's a little country club here that has bathrooms in it. So as far as amenities, that's perfect. I mean, it's 5-star for amenities. As far as course and everything goes, I'd say this is I'd give this course probably 4.5 star. I'd give it a 5 if the pro shop had a little bit more in it, some more discs, some stuff to choose from. The course itself is pretty fantastic. The reds I played the shorts today. They were fun. They weren't real long, so I would say beginner friendly, but in the woods there's lines you got to hit and stuff, and there's some tight gaps throughout the course, so it is challenging. Even the shorts were challenging at times. Overall though, this is a fantastic place. I'm glad I came. Hopefully I'll come back again one day, play the blues. Yeah, we got here on a Saturday at 9 o'clock in the morning, and there was one other person here when we got here, or actually they pulled up while we were here, so it wasn't busy at all. But I would just check and make sure there's no tournaments going on because this is a big place. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, subscribe and follow along. We got more to come. Thank you for watching.